Okay, so today we're going to be going over this fan fiction that's called Sister Location, and there's nothing else to describe it. It's just called Sister Location. As I'm reading this, it has 93 views, 5 votes, and 5 story parts. So, Funtime Freddy, one of Goldie's old best friends, travels for days trying to find Goldie. When he couldn't find him, Funtime Freddy set off on a journey to find an old friend. Goldie, meanwhile, is now living a completely different life, and so much has changed over 36 years. 36 years?! Okay, okay. Will Funtime be able to find his long since past friend? Question mark? Alright, let's see if this fanfiction is worth reading. Okay, so there's a humanoid Funtime Freddy to start off. Funtime Freddy, funny. Funtime Foxy, Fonty, because I'm going to get really tired of writing Funtime every time. Funny's POV. I walked alongside Fonty as we made our way to Baby. She had a mission for us. I blushed slightly as Fonty was still looking straight ahead. Fonty was always significant to me. I don't know why. He's just so too many dots. Handsome ... No, stop thinking like that, I thought. We reached Baby's presence and she ordered for me to come forth. I did as told. She looked at me and said a friendly hello. Hello, Baby, I said in my casual, friendly tone. No, not tone, voice. She smiled at me and I smiled back. I have a mission for you, Funny, Baby said cheerfully. Third person, even though there's no way in hell we'd be able to tell that it's third person view by ourselves. No, you had to tell us, of course. Yeah, I need you. Yes, to confess your love already. Funny blushed beyond his rosy circles. His body froze. He swore he heard Baby correctly, but just to be sure. What did you used to say? Funny asked, trembling. I said, confess your love. I know you love him, so tell him already, she said regretlessly. Is that even a word? Let me see. Is regretlessly even a... That doesn't sound like a word. You could have said without regret. That is not a word. That is not a word. Regretlessly is not a word. Funny backed up slightly, Fonty walking towards Funny, stroking Funny. Stroking to make him feel better. Fun, what's wrong? Fonty asked. Wait, wasn't he like, isn't he? Okay, so Funny stepped forward, right? And Fonty was literally like a few feet away. And he didn't hear that, okay. And it's even in all caps. What the hell? Okay, let's just keep going. Fun, what's wrong? Fonty asked, completely unaware of Funny's secret admiration. Nothing, Funny yelled, pulling away from Fonty. Fonty wanted to ask what was wrong again, but he couldn't. He was frozen in shock. Funny looked away to hide his crimson face, of course. He couldn't believe that Baby did that right in front of Fonty too. Okay, so the word choice is okay. I give it a 3 out of 10. It's okay, but there are many problems that I have with this. Funny ran into the abyss of the hallway, disappearing into the darkness until he couldn't be found. He realized that he had woken up. He had passed out again. That's what happened when he panicked, or if he ran too much. Oddly specific. Maybe that'll take place later. It won't. Both of these just happened. He opened his eyes slowly and started to stand up. He saw a familiar light. It was the skylight above him. It slid open, but the problem was he couldn't get all the way up to the ceiling. He saw a milk crate in the left corner of the room. What? Then a few more appeared in his line of sight. He looked at them thoughtfully, now having a hopeful idea. He stacked 3 of the milk crates on top of each other and stood on them cautiously. He wobbled a bit. Okay, so like all of a sudden there's milk crates? Like what the hell? Why not just like regular crates? Not specified what they are. Like just all of a sudden, ooh, convenient milk crates. Wow. But no, there has to be milk crates. Okay. It's a crucial step in the story, so I'll be quiet now. He wobbled a bit with the feeling of falling rushing through him. He didn't actually fall, but it felt like he did. He was able to stick... Wait, what? Doesn't make any sense. Okay, whatever. He was able to stick his hands and part of his arm into the skylight door. I lifted himself up. Forgot you were in third person, buddy. Careful not to break it or himself. His suit was only made of fiberglass, after all. Fiberglass! He was finally out of the building and onto the roof. He walked around, realizing that he had trapped himself. He couldn't go back. It was too dangerous. He needed to find a way off the roof. He saw conveniently put... So the writer wanted to put milk cartons, because that made more sense. Milk cartons in an animatronic facility to stack up to the window. And yet they don't want to spend the time to find a way for him to get off the roof. A conveniently placed ladder. I'm not even joking. That is in the story. They don't even... Because they're so fragile. He would stack... He would just shatter. What a great story. Is so good. And went straight for it. He climbed down with ease and hopped off the first step. Off the last step onto the ground. He looked around. He remembered an old friend, Fredbear. Just suddenly, oh no, I didn't see like a poster or anything. No. I just remembered it all of a sudden. It's so good! But it had almost been 37 years since they've seen each other. Would Goldie even remember him? Well, there was only one way to find out. He switched to... So he switched from his fiberglass animatronic self into a human! Furry Trouble. Chapter 2. Funny's POV. Yesterday I sat out of my home and started on a journey to find an old friend. I walked around very curiously. It had been 36... almost 37 years, even though you said 37 years literally last chapter, whatever. I've walked here. Everything was so different. For example, where they used to be a small family-owned factory, there was now a mall that almost seemed as big as a skyscraper! I am not enthused to this story, if you can probably tell. I figured since I was in human form, I should get something to eat, but I could, there's so many dots, why? But I could hardly recognize anything. Well, I'd have to try. I remembered one thing. My friend... Stop, I'm reading a story. Where's my cat? My friend, Fredbear, told me about... Pizza? Oh, so Fredbear told you about pizza, but when you were performing for the kiddies, you didn't know that there was pizza. No pizza doesn't exist. Ooh, this story is so good. Okay, yes, pizza. He made it himself and asked if I wanted a slice. I politely said no thank you, and we just continued whatever we were doing. You know what? There's they made up this thing, but it would have been funny if he went into Papa John's or something. Pizza Hut, going to Pizza Hut, Domino's, going there and switch into your fiberglass animatronic self and ask for a fucking pizza. Okay, I'm just having too much fun with this now. I came to a place, called, I read the sign. Why are there so many fucking dots? Like, stop it, please. Briggs and Riggs Bakery and Restaurant, now open. Julie had some food there. I walked in slowly, thinking of a few what ifs, but I simply brushed them off for some random feeling. No Jeff Ref intended. I hate these author's notes. They're so fucking stupid. And upon entering the building, I noticed a few things. Why did you list them in a number? 1, no one was at the counter. 2, there was no food. And 3, if this place is closed, someone forgot to lock the door. I heard a loud slam behind me. I spun around on my heels in reflex, eyes wide. It's probably the owner, I thought. No one would be really angry about me being here. Just what do you think you're doing here? He yelled. I'm sorry, sir. The door was locked and I just forgot that I would have had some food because I'm hungry. And I was caught up by him. Get out, you stupid furry! That's the only line that I like out of this entire story. Get out, you stupid furry, he shouted. My ears narrowed. So much for trying to be nice. God, Fonty would have already been shouting back from me when he ordered school. All of a sudden, bring Fonty on this. Ooh, this story's so good. Ooh, can't decide where it's going. Ooh, it's so good. It's so good. You guys should totally read this amazing story. It's so good. I attempted to just let it go and walk out the doors. He blocked my path. You're hungry, you say? He said, raising an eyebrow. Yes, sir, I responded, a spark of hope in me. Well, this place is closed. This place has been closed for ages, but there is something else. My dick! I think it's called Wingers. Wingers and food. You can eat there, he said, holding me. Just give a random... Okay, truth be told, I forgot that I would need money. So you just give a complete stranger that you just called a furry $50. Makes so much sense. But he insisted that I take it. After a while, tons of dots for no reason. When my stomach started getting sore, I took it, thanked him, and headed out the door. Wingers and food. Hello, welcome to Wingers and Food. How may I help you? Said a seemingly nice girl at the counter. She looked at me for a bit. I like your bear ears, she said thoughtfully. I looked at her. Thank you. They don't come off, I responded, sending her a nice smile. Can I have pizza to go? I asked. Yes, you may! It'll be ready in about 10 minutes, she said, leaving the counter into the back room. Now all I had to do was wait. Fonty's POV. It had been a whole day since I'd seen Funny. I wondered if he was okay in a fashion track. I'm in comfort. I walked around, my eyes fully alert, looking for any sign of it. If there was something he could do, it was hide. And he had a beautiful voice. Mentioning random shit. I also admired his cuteness when he tried not to make his feelings obvious. I thought that it was adorable. Anyways, I came and you actually added anyways to an actual narration. But I can't let him just be on his own. What was I supposed to do? I had to stay here. If I leave, baby would find out. But I need to come in here. Funniest POV. I was heading out the restaurant with my hot pizza, with my hot pizza in my hand. Thinking the lady thanking the lady for her service. Almost instantly after I walked out the door, my phone buzzed. Ding! It was Baby. They suddenly have phones. Animatronics made out of fiberglass suddenly have phones. Oh my god!